Hello, my name is Shakila Wright, and today I will be discussing cyber violence. Cyber violence is violence in the digital environment, is the harm caused. People can be hurt by the content produced and distributed in a digital environment. There are many forms of cyber violence. Some of the forms would be cyberbullying, flamming, trolling, hate speech, cyber stalking, and online shaming. I will explain a little bit into detail each one of these types so you can get a better understanding of what they are and if you experience some of these. Today we live in a digital world where everything's electronic. People meet people online. You have Facebook, Snapchat. There's so many different dating sites and everything. And so I just want to be a voice or PSA to if you experience any cyber violence, you may not have known that you've even experienced cyber violence. And just be aware, just a little PSA. So cyberbullying is the first one we're going to talk about. Cyberbullying is behaviors facilitated by electronic or digital media that repeatedly communicate hostile message intended to inflict harm or discomfort. In America right now, there is a lot of cyberbullying going on. A majority of teens have been the target of cyberbullying, with name calling and rumor spreading being the most common forms of harassment, especially in middle school and high school. It used to be back in the day, bullying was, somebody picking on you, pushing you. Now, since we have evolved into a digital world, people have, I guess in a sense, become what they call smarter about, people are anonymous about their cyberbullying. Cyberbullying cause psychological effects on people, although it isn't physical hating like it used to be in the traditional bullying. The effects of cyberbullying, if not equal, there are at least equal or greater the psychological effects that traditional bullying causes. Cyberbullying causes a person or individuals to be socially withdrawn. It causes depression, anxiety. It can cause mental health disorders. There's a lot of things that people don't understand. We used to say that saying, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words won't. But as time has evolved, researchers have really realized that words are more detrimental sometimes and traumatic to people than actual physical harm does. Bruises and cuts and scars, they kind of heal faster, but psychological things that you say to people, people tend to hold on to them and internalize them until it makes them perceive themselves in a way that is not adequately. And next I'm going to talk about cyber stalking. Cyber stalking is the repeated pursuit of an individual using electronic and internet capable devices. In my layman terms, cyber stalking, my understanding is that it is an obsession of a person and they're like not understanding what no is, and they're constantly sending you messages. A lot of people do it when they're like, some people do it with celebrities or high school crushes and stuff like that. They're kind of like message them and not understand what no is. If that does happen, you need to contact law enforcement. The next one will be flamming. Flamming is expression of hostility, insults, and ridicule. It's crossing boundaries of behaviors. The next one is going to be trolling, the act of generating conflict online, often for a prank or to cause controversy. Trolling, it just generates conflict for no reason. Somebody could be talking about something and then you just say something just out of the ordinary that just starts an argument or conflict among somebody's post. mainly on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. The next one is going to be online shaming. It's a group subjecting an individual to harassment, bullying, and condemnation because of some real or perceived transgressions. My most example of online shaming would be the body shaming. Like sometimes people post pictures and they're confident in their weight, to the way that they look, their hair and everything, and then someone will comment under like, oh, I wouldn't wear that, or you're brave to wear something like that. And it's kind of like online shaming, because like they're confident and they're happy in the way they love themselves and they're happy with it. So why do you feel like it's okay for you to go and ridicule them? Like, that's not nice. And then the last one I'm going to speak about would be hate speech. Hate speech is speech intended to be harmful that implies or states that a historical oppressed group or inferior. Hate speech it's kind of tricky. Hate speech can be defined as when people say racial slurs, or against religious groups, i.e. Christianity, Muslims. It is like, again, like blacks, white, different things. They say racial things. One thing that I can take from this cyber violence is that we have to understand that we are all humans, and we need to treat people kindly, and understand that though all of these things that I've discussed, they're primarily exhibited on the internet of different platforms. But these things cause a lot of harm to people. Again, it probably doesn't have like a lot of physical signs, but we should be aware that we have children who are committing suicide because of cyberbullying, cyber stalking, coming from a parent. I'm a parent of a teenager, so I constantly inform my children that I don't want them engaging in cyberbullying, and if someone is cyberbullying them, that they need to let me know. And just having a safe place for people that when they do exhibit any flaming or trolling, hate speech, cyber stalking, and cyberbullying, that we don't judge them or tell them that, you know, it's not that serious. We don't downplay their experience with any of these cyber violences, that we have an open door and we point them in the right direction where they can go get help, whether it be mental health counseling because they've experienced cyberbullying and it's affecting them psychologically, because all of these things can affect your everyday life. Some people are so consumed and so overwhelmed with cyberbullying or flaming or trolling that they quit their jobs, and it interferes with their parenting and them being able to socialize with their friends and everything like that. The internet is a great thing. It's a great place. I'm glad it was invented. But I would just suggest that as humans that we be a little bit kinder and use it appropriately, for good and not bad things. And we just be kind to people. And that was my little recap on cyber violence. Thank you for your time.